TV man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the ring got messed up. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have delivered. Oh, look at that, my God.
This is your boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another Pokemon Unite commentary video gameplay for you guys. And I'm going to be honest here. I heard about this last week. And then the Microsoft Activision news took top priority because of the whole scenario where it might not be happening. The deal that was announced literally over a year ago, that might not be happening because of the UK. But I held this story back because when I first heard about it, there wasn't really much for me to go off of in terms of like how to talk about this. But I literally received more information on this today as I'm recording this. And what am I talking about? QuantumTV. So I talked about Quantum on the channel before because his issues with Elden Ring that led to a number of YouTubers basically criticizing his take on Elden Ring, and apparently he cannot take criticism very well, so he fired back at them and tried to make it personal, and it was a whole mess. It's a whole mess. And it got to the point where YouTube got involved, where if you were even talking about him, depending on who you are, your video was going to be taken down. You might even get a strike. Your channel might be taken down as a whole. Like, this has happened to a number of YouTubers who have way more views and way more subscribers and way more stats than I do. But, you know, I'm safe at the time being, mostly because I'm not really attacking the guy. I'm just criticizing, like, and I'm quoting him word for word, timestamps and all that jazz. So what did QuantumTV do this time? Well, this is some serious stuff right here. So this ain't a laughing matter. This is some serious stuff right here. So last week, he was arrested for domestic violence. And now him and his wife are going through a divorce. So that's what's going on right now. He released a 6-minute video where I don't know where he's at. It's like, yeah, 6 minute, 1 second video. And it's called, you can look at this. I'm going on it, not Google, but YouTube. I'm not going to link or anything like that, but you can easily look it up. It's called I Lost Everything. This is my rock bottom. And at the moment, it's currently on his YouTube channel. He uploaded this yesterday, Wednesday. So I'm recording this on a Thursday. So yes, I know this video is late, but yeah, that's what happened. Now, he talked about some stuff in here. I'm going to quote and semi-quote what he said in this video. So basically, it looks like he's out of prison because he was arrested last week. It looked like he's out of prison. When right now he's going through what he calls an ugly divorce. I'm not doubting it being an ugly divorce, but I'm going by what he called it, which is an ugly divorce. So at the moment, he's got kicked out of his own house. So he all his possessions he don't have at the moment. So let's start off with the 4-second mark. So basically, this is proof that he got kicked out of the house and he lost everything. He literally says in the 4-second mark of his video, he lost everything, possessions, his home, basically due to this ugly divorce that he's going through right now. So he literally said that. Moving on to now here's the thing that got me not confused, but I'm looking at him with a raised eyebrow. I will be honest here. 23 seconds into the video, he literally says he's not going to air out his wife, which is good, you know, because this is a personal matter. And it's like, if anything, if part of this is public, it's him because he's a public figure. He's a YouTuber. So once you become a YouTuber, I said this before, I said it again, not just because of him, but in general, once you become a YouTuber and when you're trying to be a streamer, whatever the case may be, you're trying to be a public figure because you are entertaining a large number of people, whether it's 1, whether it's 100, whether it's 1,000, whatever. You are still a public figure, and that's the role that you're taking, whether you realize it or not. So he's the public figure. So, you know, if y'all want to ridicule him fairly, then okay, fine, so be it. But yeah, his wife is not a public figure. So yeah, I agree. He should not be airing out his wife. But at the same time, going back to the 23-second mark, like immediately after he says not going to air out his wife, he goes say that she done some of the most scariest and horrific things he ever seen a human being do to him. He literally says that. So I'm like, you kind of aired her out right there. Like, why say that? Like, why say that? It's a conflict. Like, it's a contradictory right there. You're not gonna air her out, but yet you said she done some of the most scariest and horrific things you ever seen a human being do, and you even add on to that. And I'm like, why say that part? Just say you're not gonna air out your wife and just keep it moving. So right there, that's the issue right there. But again, he did say at the 43-second mark, leave his wife alone. Don't dox her. Don't bother her if you see her public. I have no clue what she looks like. I don't recall what her name is. So everybody should be like me. Just leave her alone, man. Like, don't even try to investigate. Don't do anything extra. It's not worth it. It like for you watching this video, it's not severe. Like, you have nothing to do with it. Leave it alone. Leave her alone. And yeah, just keep it at that. Now, moving on to the 1 minute 59-second mark. Here's where things get interesting. He basically says that he hopes that the truth comes out at the end. So basically, what I'm gathering from that is he's innocent. Now, I'm not going to say he's guilty or innocent. I don't know because I wasn't there. I'm going by, the video that he put out. So basically, this is just his side of the story. I'm not even going to try and look for the right side of the story unless like it becomes public and like YouTubers just bring it up and talk about it and react to it, stuff like that. If that was to happen, okay, fine. Then I'll check out a video if she ever puts out one, compare the two and say, okay. But I'm not going to side with either one because, again, it's none of my business. So I'm not going to do that. But, again, he did say at the 1 minute 59-second mark of his video, he hopes that the truth comes out at the end. So it leads me to believe that he is implying that he's innocent. Now, again, I don't know, but that's what he's implying there. Now, moving on to the 2 minute 52-second. Actually, I'm going to say that part for last. But let's move on to the 3 minute and 7-second mark, where he basically said, and I talked about this earlier, if you're to a degree, but he actually talked about this as well. He says, if you're a YouTuber or a streamer, don't put your personal business out there or everybody will be in your business, which is 100% true. Like, you're going to get haters. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, you're going to get haters. There're going to be people out there that will not like you for whatever reason. And they may be so not desperate, but like screwed up in their head or like so hateful and so negative that they want to look into your personal business to find anything to take you down or to ridicule you about anything personal. So if you're trying to be a YouTuber or a streamer, aka a public figure, don't put your personal stuff out there. Like, keep that stuff private. I'm like, just keep it private. He's 100% correct on that. And then the 3 minute 51-second mark, he said that one day he'll share his quote, sad love story, end quote. And I'll be honest, I'm hoping that if he does do that, it's not in the near future. It's in the way distant future because it's too soon. It's too soon for that. It's way too soon for that. So the one thing that I skipped over was the 2 minute 52-second mark. So what happened here? He said that in his case, law enforcement got called and allegations were made in regards to what happened with him and his wife, or apparently soon to be ex-wife. And now I heard about this video from watching Review Tech USA. So again, going back to the whole QuantumTV scenario, Review Tech USA was one of the guys involved with that whole situation. Beyond the Elden Ring take that QuantumTV gave, which I said was a bad take. It was a terrible take. But nevertheless, actually there was two things that Review Tech USA got wrong in his reaction video to Chrono's video, and that is this. He accused Chrono of saying that everybody who goes through a bad breakup have the cops involved. And I'm like, Chrono didn't say that. He didn't say that at all. And what he said was, in his case, cops was involved in this particular, specific situation here. So, like, I don't know where he got that from. That's not 100% true. So I had to defend Chrono on that one. He did not say that everybody's bad breakup or whatever the case may be, cops are involved. Like, no. He didn't say that or imply that. He's talking about himself in this specific situation. And another thing that he's basically saying, Review to USA, is accusing Quantum of is that he trying to put the blame solely on his wife. Now, again, I don't know what happened. I'm not going to say because by saying he putting the blame on his wife, you're basically saying that Quantum is pretending to be innocent or pretending to be 100% innocent. And it's like, okay, well, here's the thing. Quantum do have a history of putting the blame onto others. And, he have this history of trying to be this perfect guy, which is impossible. Nobody's perfect. But in this case, to say that he is trying to put some of the blame on his wife, it's like, I mean, it's a bit too strong. It's too far because at the same time, even though Rich did say he's not trying to like take a side or anything like that, but he kind of is when you say that Quantum is trying to shift the blame to his wife. Now, granted, like I said, Quantum did say he's not going to air his wife, but then turn around and literally did it like a millisecond later. But to say that, oh, he tried to put the blame on his wife or some of it, it's like, man, that's not the good choice of words to use if I was Review Tech USA, especially with his history with him. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't say that is even correct. We don't know. In order for you to say that, you have to know what happened behind the scenes, and none of us do. And I prefer to keep it that way unless, it's get public or something like that, and people are talking about it, then it's like, dang. And the one thing I'll say is this, like, it looks like he's out of prison. I have no clue how far of a divorce this will go because there's no mention of her pressing charges, try to get him arrested. So, which is good because if that was to happen, seeing that Quantum is an African-American male, yeah, there was no way he was going to get around it. Like, I don't care how his personality is. Again, I said this before. He doesn't fit the stereotypical African-American male, which the stereotypical African-American male, if they ever get in trouble involving law enforcement, they're not renting. They're not renting. So even though he may be the rare occasion, but you don't want to, like, test that. You don't want to, not even Quantum. Like, you don't want to test that. So at the moment, it looks like it's not getting to that point. And at the moment, it looked like it's just going to be just a divorce. And that's it. And I'm hoping that it's just a divorce at the worst. I'm hoping that is just the absolute worst case scenario. Because if it goes worse than that, then we probably talking jail time for Quantum. And I don't see him escaping that, especially with him being an African-American male. And unfortunately, we know how things are when it comes to African-American males in law enforcement. Unfortunately. I don't want that to happen, but unfortunately, that's reality. So, all I can say is like, yo, man, he got to get better, man. Because again, he likes to shift the blame on a lot of people. I'm not saying he's doing that with his wife, but prior to this incident, he was shifting a lot of blame because he can't take criticism. And yeah, I agree with Rich in this part. Like, counseling might be involved. Not everybody is immune to counseling. I had counseling before, so it may be time for him to, take some counseling, get some help and try to become a better person where he can take the criticism and just brush it off like it's dirt on his shoulders. So that's all I got. And I'm going to call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know this is boy New J Gatsby, a.k.a. New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.